All right, good afternoon. Welcome. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get going on our backs. Okay, so with those legs, your choice, you can do feet a little bit wider with the knees together. It's gonna be a little bit more relaxing, okay? Or we can do feet together. Knees a little bit, knees all the way out wide, so an inner thigh stretch. Okay, whatever position you're in, try and pull that low back down to the mat. So now if the knees are in that butterfly stretch, it's gonna be a little bit more core activation to get that low back down. Think like you're tilting your hips up, core is engaged, breathing, one hand on the belly, one hand on the chest. Feel that belly with air, feel the rise, feel the fall. Just breathing in and out through the nose. Just letting your body relax, letting yourself feel supported by the ground. Just letting go any stress, any tension that you might be holding on to. Let's bring those knees together. Feet can come about hip distance apart. Bring those arms out to the side, field goal position. And we'll drop those knees over to that right side. Inhale, bring it back to center, keeping that core tight. You can drop the knees over to the left side. Back to center, to the right. Center, to the left. And center. Now, cross that right ankle over that left thigh. Now again, drop the knees over to that right side. Let's go back to center. Switch sides. We'll cross that left ankle over and drop those knees. And bring the knees back to center. Go ahead and uncross it. Just hug both knees into the chest. Just give it a little rock from side to side. Let's lower those feet down. We'll go into that hip bridge. So feet are about hip distance apart. Outside edges of those feet are nice and parallel. And pull that low back into the mat first. Okay, press into those feet, grip those toes, rolling those hips up. And rolling it back down. Feel each individual vertebrae as we roll. Again, press, roll it up. And roll it down. And up. And down. And hug those knees in. Let's rock up to a seat. Now you go and swing those legs over to one side. Come onto those hands and knees. Moving through those cat-cows. So on that inhale, drop that belly, lift the chest, lift the tailbone as we look up. Exhale, round the spine, press the shoulders away, draw that belly up and in. Again, inhale, drop that belly, lift the chest, lift the tailbone, gaze up. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. And exhale, round. Bring it back to neutral. We're going to send that right leg straight back. Flex that foot, point the toes down. Exhale, curl that knee in. Inhale, press. Exhale, curl. Inhale, reach. Curl. And reach, and we'll swing that leg out towards that right side. Try and plant that foot down. Then on that inhale, we'll drop the belly, lift the chest, lift the tailbone. So we're just moving through those cat-cows again. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, round. And lift. And round. Now bring it to neutral. Start pressing the hips back and come up. Exhale, press it back. Bring it back up. Last time, pressing the hips back. Hold it here, nice flat back. Now maybe we slide those hands forward a little bit more. Hover that chest over that leg a little bit more. So bringing in the chest closer to that thigh. Think actually lifting through that tailbone. And bring it back up. Let's send that leg back and across. So we'll plant that right hand, twisting. Left arm reaches up and thread it through. Inhale it up and thread it through. Moving slow, find that balance. Reach that arm up and lower that hand down. Extend that knee back or the leg back and then lower it down. To the other side, that left leg is going to extend straight out. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale, press. Exhale, curl. Inhale, reach. Last one, curl. And reach it out. Swing that leg over to that left side. In cat-cows, inhale, drop that belly, lift the chest, lift the tailbone. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. And round. And lift. And round. And bring it to neutral. And we'll send the hips back to the heels. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale, press it back. Inhale it up. Last time, press those hips back and hold. And lifting through that tailbone as we lower that chest towards that thigh. And inhale, bring it back up. We'll send that leg back and across. Okay, so lower those toes down for a little extra balance. Right arm reaches up. Thread that arm through. Inhale, bring it up. Thread it through. And up. And lower that hand down and send the leg back. And lower that knee down. So maybe a few more cat-cows. A little sway from side to side. That's what you feel like you need. And bring it to neutral spine. Step those feet back to our plank. And hips to the sky, downward facing ducks. Really press that tailbone up, nice flat back. Bend those knees as much as you need to, stretching out the calves, hamstrings. And inhale on the toes. Bend those knees, step those feet up, top of the mat. Half lift, inhale, exhale, fold. Bend into those knees, flatten out that back. Let's rise up to standing, reach up nice and tall. Interlace those fingers, point those palms up, pull that rib cage down, side stretch to the right. Inhale it up, stretch it to the left. Inhale it back up, release those hands, flat back as we fold. Half lift, inhale, and exhale, plant those hands, step those feet back to our plank, shifting that weight forward, lower down, point the toes, roll the shoulders down and back, lift that chest up, so cobra, maybe press up to that up dog, and then exhale, hips to the sky, down dog. And inhale on the toes, bend those knees, step those feet, top of the mat, half lift, inhale, exhale, fold, inhale, rise, interlace those fingers, palms up, side bend to the right, and up to the left, back up, release those hands, fold, inhale to half lift, exhale, plant those hands, step those feet back to our plank, lower, inhale, lift, and exhale those hips to the sky, down dog. And inhale on the toes, bend those knees, step those feet, top of the mat, half lift, inhale, exhale, fold, inhale, rise, interlace the fingers, palms up, bend to the right, and up to the left, back up, release the hands, fold. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, plant those hands, step it back to plank. Lower down. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale it back, down dog. And inhale on the toes. Bend those knees, step those feet, top of the mat. Bring those big toes together to touch. Find the half lift and fold. Inhale, we'll rise to standing. Reach up and sink those hips down to our chair. Relax those shoulders, core tight. Sit as low as you can. Working towards getting those thighs parallel to the mat. One more breath. And then we'll straighten those legs as we fold. Let that head hang heavy. And lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands. Step it back to plank. Let's move through that vinyasa. Exhale, down dog. Feet together. Inhale, that right leg lifts. Exhale, curl that knee and stepping that foot through. Back heel stays lifted. Inhale, we'll reach those arms up. Then we're going to bring that right hand behind the back. Left arm reaches up and over, bending into that right knee a little bit more. Bring those arms up, back heel spins down, teeing out those arms into that warrior two. So reaching through those fingertips, core tight, bending into that front knee. Lower that right forearm down, left arm reaches up overhead, extended side angle. And we'll lower right hand down, or left hand down, right hand down, step it back to plank and down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down dog. And feet together, inhaling that left leg up. Exhale, curl that knee and step that foot through. Your back heel stays up. Inhale, reaching those arms up. Core tight, bend into that front knee. Then we'll bring that left hand behind the back. Right arm reaches up and over. And inhale, reaching both arms up. Back heel spins down. Tee out those arms. Warrior two. Now lower that left forearm down. Right arm sweeps up and over. Good, core tight. So there's not a lot of weight on this left forearm. And spin that hand down, left hand down, step back to plank, vinyasa. Exhale, down dog. Yeah, come on the toes. Bend those knees, step those feet. Top of the mat, big toes together, half lift. And fold. Inhale, rise. Sink it down into that chair. Good, relax so shoulder core stays nice and tight. And straighten those legs as we fold. In half lift, inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back to our plank. Vinyasa. Exhale, down dog. Feet together, inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, curl that knee and step that foot through. Inhale, reach those arms up, crescent lunge. Right arm lowers down, left arm reaches up and over, bend into that right knee a little more. Inhale, reach those arms back up. Back heel spins down, tee out the arms, warrior two. Good, extended side angle, right forearm lowers down, left arm reaches up and over. And we'll circle that right hand or the left hand down, rocking towards the long edge of the mat. So turn left toes out, side lunge into that left knee. So hands can be down or at heart center. And bring it on back to the front of the mat. So all 10 toes are pointing to the front of the mat. Go ahead and lift that back leg up. Now hands can stay on the ground or you can bring those hands to heart center, wherever you feel more comfortable. Curl that left knee in. Inhale, reach it out. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale, reach it out. Last time, curl it in. Extend it back out. Big step back into that crescent lunge, reaching those arms up. Hands will come to heart center as we hover that chest over that thigh, and then twist, hook that left elbow across. Back leg is nice and strong. And inhale those arms back up. Hands lower down. Step back to plank. Vinyasa. Down dog when you're ready. Feet together. Inhaling that left leg up. Curl that knee and step that foot through. Inhale, rise up. Crescent lunge. Relax through those shoulders. Breathe. Side bend. So left arm hooks behind the back. Right arm reaches up and over. Inhale, bring it back up. Ooh. Back heel spins down. Tee out the arms. Warrior two. Lower that left forearm down. Right arm sweeps up and over. And we'll circle that arm down and around, walking towards that long edge of the mat. Side lunge into that right knee. Bring it back to the front of the mat. All 10 toes are pointing to the front. Lifting that back leg up. So again, fingertips can be on the ground, or you can bring those hands to your heart center. We'll curl that knee in. Press it back out. Curl it in. Press. Curl it in. Press it back out. Take a big step back into that crescent lunge. Reach those arms up. Hands come to heart center. Hover. And twist. Hook that right elbow across that left thigh. And lower those hands down as we unwind. Step back to plank. Vinyasa. And exhale, down dog. And then inhale on the toes. Bend those knees. Step those feet top of the mat. Big toes together to touch. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. And inhale, we'll rise. And sink those hips down to our chair. Relax those shoulders, core tight. Breathe. And straighten the legs as we fold. Half lift, inhale. And plant the hands. Step those feet back to our plank. Vinyasa. Exhale, down dog. Feet together. Inhale, that right leg lifts. Curl that knee to the nose. Step that foot through. Inhale, reach those arms up. Side bend over to the right. Inhale it back up. Back heel spins down. Tee out the arms, warrior two. Extended side angle. Rotate it down. Walk to the long edge, side lunge. Left leg. Bring it back to the front. Back leg lifts. Maybe lifting those hands up. Warrior three. Curl that knee in. Extend it back out. Curl it in. Reach it out. Curl and reach. Big step back. Arms are reaching up overhead. Hands come to heart center. Hover that chest and twist. And lower those hands down. Step it back to our plank. Lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down dog. Feet together. Inhale, that left leg lifts. Curl that knee and step that foot through. Inhale those arms up. Exhale. Side bend. Then inhale it back up. Back heel spins down. Tee out those arms. Warrior two. Extended side angle. Walk those hands around. Side lunge, right leg. Bring it back to the front of the mat. To that lunge, and then kick that back leg up. Warrior three. Hands to heart center. Curl it in. Reach it out. Curl and reach. Curl and extend. Big step back. Inhale those arms up. Hands come to heart center as we twist. Right elbow across that left thigh. And unwind. Lower those hands down. Step it back to plank. Vinyasa. And pause for a few breaths in down dog. Now let's step. I'm gonna go my left foot through and I'm gonna walk towards that long edge of the mat. So it doesn't really matter which foot you step forward. We're just going into that wide leg fold. So finding that flat back, bending those knees if you need to, and then start to walk those hands back as we fold. Just gaze in between those legs. Lengthen on that inhale. And exhale, fold a little bit deeper. So those hands pressing into the palms, pulling that belly back between those legs. And an inhale, lengthen out. Okay, let's walk those feet towards the back of the mat. We're gonna lower those knees down. Those feet can stay pointing out opposite directions. Okay, or maybe you angle those toes to point towards each other, like we're going to a really wide leg child's pose. So kind of into that tadpole, so wide child's pose, or you can go into that frog pose where the feet are really wide. Okay, keeping that core tight. Start to just press those hips back. You can start to lower onto those forearms if that feels all right. And keeping the abs tight, so I don't want to be super rounded or super arched. And keep breathing through it. Just keep slowly pressing those hips back. And then slowly make your way out of it. And then we'll meet in a down dog. And into that pigeon. So we'll bring that right knee to that right wrist. Foot comes across, left leg slides back. Then we'll lower onto those forearms, resting that head down onto the hands, or maybe all the way down to the mat. So just gently pulling that right shin back, left knee presses down and pulls forward. And then come back to the hands. Let's switch sides. We'll bring that left knee to that left wrist. Foot comes across. Right leg slides back. And when you're ready, lower the arms down, the head down. You can pull that right knee forward, left knee pulls back. And come back to the hands. Step it back to down dog. And then going to come onto your backs. Go and hug those knees in. Give it a little rock from side to side. And let's lower those feet down. We'll bridge those hips up, core tight, rolling in that tailbone up first, and then each vertebrae rolls up. Slowly roll it back down. And then we'll hug that right knee into the chest. The left leg extends out long. And we'll twist that knee across. Right arm reaches out. And bring that knee back up. Switching sides, hug that left knee in. Right leg extends out and twist it across. And bring that knee back up. Hug those knees in. Bring the bottoms of the feet together. Let the knees open up wide. Lower those feet down so we can keep that core tight. And it's a little bit more of an inner thigh stretch. Core tight, knees are opening up. So we don't want that back to be arched off the mat. We want it to be completely flat. And then bring those knees back together, feet about hip distance apart. One last hip bridge. So we can press, roll it up, and roll it back down. Hug those knees in, rounding through that spine as we bring the forehead to the knees. And then we'll extend those legs out, reach those arms overhead, that full body stretch from the fingertips down through those toes. And then exhale those arms down by the sides, palms face up, shoulder blades will walk together. Take that big breath in through the nose and sigh it out through the nose. It's completely relaxing and resting for these next few minutes. Begin to deepen your breath. Just begin to wiggle those fingers and your toes. And reaching those arms overhead. Big stretch from the fingertips down through those toes. Draw those knees in and gently roll them on over to your right side, letting that right arm support your head, left arm just falls in front, completely resting on your side. And press yourself up into that seat. Eyes remain closed, just sitting nice and tall. Big breath in and out through the nose. A couple more times. And then blinking those eyes open. All right. Thank you all so much for joining. Have a great evening, and I will see you guys tomorrow.